Dear children of class 7th A and B, today we are going to study and I am going to explain chapter 1, Rise of Christianity. How Christianity came into existence, one of the most biggest religion in the world. In this chapter we will learn meaning of medieval period, life and teachings of Jesus Christ, Christianity under Emperor Constantine. The history we are going to study, it is divided into three parts: ancient history, medieval history and modern history. We are going to study about the medieval history. In the previous grade, we learned about the history of the ancient period. In this grade, we will focus on the medieval period. The word medieval originates from the Latin word medium evum, which means related to Middle Ages. Medieval period in Europe started in 5th century CE with the fall of the Western Roman Empire and lasted till 15th century CE with the beginning of Renaissance and the age of discovery. However, several developments characterize this transition from ancient to medieval period. Advent of Christianity. Christianity is a religion founded by Jesus Christ of Nazareth. In the early 1st century, the life of events of Jesus are considered as milestones that led to the formation of a new religion called Christianity. To understand the rise and development of Christianity, we need to understand the political and social conditions in which it emerged. Roman invasions of Palestine. Palestine is a country in the Middle East. Roman invaded that country. By the mid 1st century BCE, the Romans invaded Palestine, the homeland of the Jews. The Romans wanted the Jews to worship only their emperor. However, according to Jewish scriptures, there is only one God, Yahweh, and their community followed only him. Therefore, the Romans under Emperor Herod persecuted the Jews. The Jews believed that justice will prevail as predicted by the prophets in the Old Testament, Jewish scriptures, and that a Messiah, Christ, would release them from the oppressions of the Romans. They believe that one day a Messiah will come and save them from the oppressions of Romans. Next page. Birth and life of Jesus. Around 4 BCE, a boy named Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea to Mary. Mary's husband Joseph was a carpenter. Jesus is believed to be from the same lineage as King David, who freed Israel from external powers. See, there is an image in the book here that Mary is holding a baby in her arms. That is Jesus Christ. Jesus was raised in Nazareth, a northern Palestine. He learned the Jewish scriptures while growing up. As he started growing up, he learned all the Jewish scriptures, which were very famous at that time. At the age of 30, he was baptized by his cousin, John the Baptist. What is baptism? It's a holy bath given to a person. It is said that a divine revelation asked Jesus to liberate common people from evil forces. It is believed that Jesus Christ had God's message to liberate common people from evil forces and guide them to walk on the path of love. Jesus felt that it was his duty to free the minds of people from hatred and revenge. Jesus was believed to be the Son of God and the awaited Messiah as prophesied in the Old Testament. That Jesus Christ, he was the awaited Messiah, Messi in English, and this was described in the Old Testament already. Jesus with his followers, one of his best companions, they are having a supper. This is a photo which was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, I think so. Main teachings of Jesus. Jesus preached the message of love and compassion for all in a simple and lucid way. He used parables or moral stories to convey his message. Parables are small paragraph type of messages, or moral stories he used to tell to the people and convey his message, what God has taught him. Jesus preached unconditional love for God as our Father. He taught that God is merciful and forgives even those who walk on wrong path. Jesus also taught he to love your neighbor as yourself. He asked his followers to be unselfish and help the needy even if they were enemies also. He also laid emphasis on forgiving others for their sins as God loves everyone unconditionally. He taught people to love one's enemy, instead that no one should repay evil with evil but should love even the evildoer. Jesus asked his followers to not judge others and behave courteously with them, and they will surely receive the same respect in return. If we respect somebody, we will get the same respect in return. The teachings of Jesus were the interpretations of Jewish scriptures and laws. What he taught to the people, what he said, what the message he conveyed, this all was written in the Old Testament. He never imposed his teaching on people. He never imposed his teaching on people. They were drawn to him because of his simplicity. People were attracted to Jesus Christ because of his simplicity, love and compassion for all. Jesus criticized the hypocrisy of rich and the unnecessary show of wealth. He also performed several miracles and healed many people of their illness. All this instilled faith in the people, and his followers increased in numbers day by day. Crucifixion. What is crucifixion? To hang any person on a wooden Crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. The revolutionary teachings of Jesus brought him in conflict with the Jewish religious leaders, who felt jealous and threatened by Jesus' growing popularity. They did not agree with Jesus' interpretation of the Jewish laws and accused him of blasphemy. The Jewish leaders poisoned the minds of people against Jesus by spreading rumors about him. They also convinced the Roman governor Pontius Pilate that Jesus was a threat to the political authority of the Romans. Jesus was put on trial on false allegations and was sentenced to death by Pilate. He was nailed to the cross and crucified. The crucifixion of Jesus happened somewhere between 30 CE and 33 CE. Following his death on the cross, Jesus' body was kept in a sealed tomb. On the third day after his death, his disciples found the tomb empty. It is believed that Jesus resurrected from death that day. After resurrection, Jesus appeared before many disciples for 40 days before ascending to heaven. He was crucified by the king. Which king? Roman governor Pontius Pilate. That Jesus was a threat to the political authority of the Romans. After reading this, he put on trial on false allegation that was sentenced to death by Pilate. He was nailed to the cross and crucified. The crucifixions of Jesus happened somewhere between 30 CE and 33 CE. What is said that in the third day When his disciples found the tomb empty, it is believed that he is resurrected from death that day. After resurrection, Jesus appeared before many disciples for 40 days before ascending to heaven. He was on earth for 40 days with his apostles. Then, before going to heaven, he was there for 40 more days. United in the belief of Jesus' resurrection, his followers organized themselves into a new religious community, the Christian community. Jesus' teachings were compiled in the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These three fellows, what they did, Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were companions, they were Gospels, they were friends of Jesus Christ. What the teachings he gave, what he taught to the people, they all used to write in a paper, and then it formed a book, Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All what the teachings of Jesus Christ is written in this book. His disciples traveled far and wide to spread his message and teachings. Notable among them are the works of Peter and Paul. Simon Peter, also known as Saint Peter, was one of the apostles of Jesus, very close friend, a best companion. He actively participated in spreading Jesus' teaching. Later, Saint Paul, a disciple of Jesus, continued the tradition and traveled all over the Roman Empire and built many churches. The teaching of Christ, based on love, forgiveness, and kindness, attracted many Jews in Palestine. This is the image of Saint Paul, and this is the image of photo of Saint Peter. It's a painting, and this is a rock cut head of Emperor Constantine at that time. He divided Roman into two halves. Roman Empire into two halves, Eastern and Western Germany, Eastern and Western Rome, who adopted Christianity. Nevertheless, for a few centuries after the establishment of Christianity, Christians continued to be a minority within the Roman Empire. They were less in numbers, the Christians. They were brutally oppressed and persecuted for their religious belief. They followed the teachings of Jesus Christ, and this in Roman Empire they were brutally oppressed and persecuted for their religious belief. Emperor Constantine and Christianity. The status of Christianity in the Roman Empire changed dramatically in the 4th century when Constantine became the Roman Emperor. He defeated rival Maxentius in a series of civil wars. Constantine attributed his victory to the blessings of Jesus. This Emperor Constantine was a big follower of Jesus Christ. In a landmark move, Emperor Constantine officially converted to Christian faith in 312 CE. In 313 CE, he issued the Edict of Milan, which made Christianity a legal religion in Roman Empire, thus ended the persecution of Christians within the Roman Empire. Then they were freed. When Constantinople, he started following the Christianity. After his following to Christianity, people who followed Christianity were in good conditions. Constantine unified both the Western and Eastern Roman Empire under his undisputed rule. He also shifted his capital from Rome to Byzantium and renamed it as Constantinople. After shifting from Rome to Byzantium, his capital, he named on his name Constantinople. Constantine built many churches and monasteries. Monks traveled far and wide to spread the message of Christ. Page number 5. Gradually, Christianity spread all over the world. Whole of Europe, the Bible became the central and the most sacred text of Christians. In 380 CE, Emperor Theodosius I made Christianity the official religion of Roman Empire. See how quickly the message of love given by Jesus Christ is spread through his companions and his followers. Over the years, Christianity became institutionalized and organized. A class of bishops and priests started functioning within the church. The church was the prayer hall and center for congregation of the believers of Christianity. St. Peter's Church in Rome was announced as the religious headquarters of Christians. The bishop of this church was elevated to the position of Pope, who is the head of the Christians on this globe. The spiritual head of Christians across the world. Even after, see, it is written, who was Pope? Pope is the spiritual head of Christians across the world. Here it is written. Even after the fall of Roman Empire, Christianity continued to spread extensively across Europe. This was partly due to the charitable work done by the missionaries. Some of the religious institutions also came to be known as center of learning. The church was very active in spreading Christian education. Nice chapter. Now we will I'll give you the exercises. Children, fill in the blanks. Notice here, you can write it. Christianity was found by Jesus Christ. Second, the 12 loyal followers of Jesus were known as apostles, apostals. Emperor Theodosius I made Christianity a legal religion in the Roman Empire. The capital of Roman Empire was shifted to Byzantium. St. Peter's Church is the religion headquarters of Christians. This is fill in the blanks exercise A of the first chapter. Name the following. What is the birthplace of Jesus? It is Bethlehem. See, it is written here, Bethlem. Who baptized, person who baptized Jesus? His cousin brother John. Third one, Roman governor who sentenced Jesus to death? Pilate. Holy book of Christians, maybe you will be knowing, Bible. Emperor who made Christianity the official religion of Roman Empire? Emperor Theodosius I. Now the exercise C, we will choose the correct answer. The medieval period in Europe started with the fall of Roman Empire, age of discovery, Renaissance, birth of Christianity. Fall of Roman Empire, A. Second one, predict the coming of a Messiah of free the Jews from Roman oppression. New Testament, Gospel, Bible, Old Testament. It was written in Old Testament, D. Third one, Jesus was raised in Nazareth, B. Fourth one, St. Paul traveled around the Roman Empire to spread Jesus' teachings, A. St. Paul. Fifth, after resurrection, Jesus appeared before many disciples for 40 days, B. Resurrection. Now answer the following questions briefly. What is the origin of the term medieval? What did the Old Testament promise to the Jews? Who was St. Peter? This is a short answer question, and then this is long answer question, and even then it is a snapshot here. This comes in this snapshot comes in exam surely 100%. I have explained you this chapter. Now exercise D, exercise E, and this is snapshot. I will do in copy. I'll write in my computer and click the photo and send to you. So better you will write this exercise A, exercise B and C in your homework copy, and the small question exercise D and long answer question exercise E and a snapshot you will write in your classwork copy. Hope it is clear to you. Exercise D, E and a snapshot you will write in your classwork copy. Exercise C, B and A you will write in your homework copy. This exercise D and E, small and long question answer and snapshot, I will just write in computer within 20 minutes, and then I will click the photo and send it to you. Hope you understand the chapter. Again, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will give you the second chapter, Medieval Europe, one of the most important chapter, and then third chapter, Rise of Spirit of Islam. Slowly we'll complete this portion, and the rest, if you have any problem, you can contact me on my personal number. I'll give you the number when I'll send you the question answer. Okay, children. Thank you. Keep studying, keep learning. God bless you.